Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to the episode number 3 of Class 10 CBSE Board Heredity and Evolution. Yes, good evening, everyone. Good evening. So, we have Genetics episode 3. Okay. We have Biopoint launching junior batch for CBSE Board Class 10 2021. Okay, guys, without wasting our time, we are moving on with the class. This was a slide we stopped in the last class? Fast. Was this the slide? Yes. So let's start from here. We have to go a little bit faster because our portions are a bit lagging. So let's start. Gregor Mendel is known as the father of genetics. Gregor Mendel is known as the father of genetics. There is no fee for the class. It's free of cost. Okay, everyone? There is no fee for the class, no cost. You can watch it free. Okay. So Gregor Mendel, he was not a biologist, not even a biologist, a person who is not even a biologist, who was a monk in the 19th century. He just became the father of genetics. He just resided in a monastery in Czech Republic. And name the plant that he used for his experiments. Anybody? Fast. Yes, it's garden pea. Can anyone of you tell me its scientific name? Scientific name of garden pea. Anybody? If you don't know, tell me no. Okay, you don't know. We'll discuss about it in the later classes. Okay, the scientific name is Pisum sativum. You will have the images in the later class. Okay. Arahan, you have audio issue. Guys, what about others? Okay, Arahan, please. Okay, no issue. Somebody just asked me what is the meaning of the term monk, right? So monk is a member of a religious community. We would say, simply we would say them as sages, those who reside in some monastery. Okay? Clear? Can we continue? Others? Okay. Then Mendel discovered the basic laws of heredity. So in this chapter, very short question from this chapter. There are 3 laws that Mendel proposed. Mendel proposed 3 laws of heredity. That is a very important question from this chapter, and we would be discussing those laws in the upcoming classes. And more importantly, for science, without even the knowledge of chromosome, gene, DNA, or a cell, he just invented what? Genetical experiments. He conducted genetical experiment on pea plants. And you must know that his theories were discarded by the common people. Can anybody say me why? If you don't know, please say no fast, so that I could continue fast. Okay, let me tell. Common people just discarded this theory of genetics. Why? Because, he was not even a biologist, but he just put biology and maths together. He just added maths and biology together. He proposed certain adding rules, certain subtraction, certain multiplication, division, like maths, basic formulas of maths he used in biology. That is what many people, that is the reason why many people discarded his theory. Okay, everybody, got the idea? If you have any doubt, just ask me now itself. Okay. Okay. Guys, the common people, okay, he was living in a monastery, right? So the common people that is surrounding him, the common people around him, just discarded his theory. Just discarded his theory of genetics. He just cultivated pea plants. In the last class, I showed the garden image, right? Okay. Okay, I'll explain the third point once again, please. Okay, the pea plant that he used, okay, he cultivated the pea plants in his garden, and moreover, the common people couldn't understand what he was telling. Why? Because, you know, he clubbed biology with maths. And this was the first person who clubbed science with maths. Later, it was proved that his experiments were correct. And moreover, he didn't have any magazine or newspapers to just publish his articles. The third point is Gregor Mendel discovered the basic laws of heredity. We have three main laws of heredity. Okay, three main laws of heredity, which we'll be discussing in the upcoming classes. Okay. Can we move to the next slide? This slide is not important. Okay, we have more important slides coming up. Okay. So this slide is shown in the previous class also. This is the site of Gregor Mendel's experimental garden in Czech Republic. Look, this was a site where he cultivated the pea plant, different varieties of pea plant. So let's start with today's super awesome class. Mendel's work on genetics. So we will be discussing about Mendel's work on genetics. From this slide onwards, it is very important, repeated board exam questions. Okay, ready for the class? Ready for the session? With your pen and notebook, you have certain points to note down. Everybody, Ankit, Arihan, Ishika, Sneha, Vritti, Prachi, Vritti, what happened? Any issues with the audio, video? Can we continue the class? Okay. So from this onwards, it's very important. In the last slide also, we told Mendel was the founder of the fundamental laws of inheritance. Mendel discovered the fundamental laws of inheritance. He discovered the fundamental laws of inheritance. Okay, we'll be expanding and saying all the three laws in the upcoming classes. Here you have to study, he discovered the fundamental laws of inheritance. Guys, inheritance is nothing but you get some character from your parents, right? Those characters which you acquire from your parents is known as heredity, and that is inheritance. That's the meaning of inheritance. Clear? The characters that you acquire from your parents is called inheritance. You will tell that the wealth was inherited from my grandfather, or wealth was inherited from my father. Like that, you same here also, you inherit certain characters. Then he deduced that, or he told that the genes comes in pairs. Suppose if a person is tall, then you might see we represent the tall gene by the letter capital T. Clear? If we take tallness as a character, we represent the dominant character with the help of the capital letter. Clear? If you have any doubt, ask me right now. Everybody. And you understood that. Then what would be the letter that represents dwarfness, which is a recessive character? Tallness, dwarfness. Tallness is denoted by the letter capital T. Then how can you represent dwarfness? It's not D, guys. If you represent a letter like capital T, then its recessive will be small t. Clear? Understood, everybody? Small t is the answer. Vritti, Arihan, everybody clear? Okay. So, for a particular kind of gene, the gene occurs in pairs. If a person is tall, the person will be having both these genes, capital T and small t he will be having. But capital T, if the person is tall, then capital T or the gene for tallness will be expressed in him, while the other small t will be recessive. Clear? Second point, everybody? Okay, Abhijit. Okay, Sneha. Yes, Prachi. Good. Okay, Vritti. Let's continue. Ankit. Are you here, Ankit? Okay. Second point is clear. So we move on with the third point. Mental tract the segregation of parental genes and their appearance in the offspring as dominant. Either they can be dominant or they can be recessive. That is, I'll explain. Segregation means there may be some kind of a mixing up of genes during the time of gamete formation. Guys, tell me fast, what is the number of chromosomes present in a human gamete? Fast. Yes, one had told me the correct answer. Others. Human gamete, not 21 pair, not 46. Yes, two people told me the correct answer, Vritti and Sneha. Arahan, not 64. No, Prachi, not 24. Not Ankit, 46. No, 44. The correct answer is 23. What is the normal number of chromosome in a human being? What is the value of 2n is equal to 46 in case of human being? Then what is the value for n? 46 divided by 2, 23. Clear, everybody? Yesterday's class also I reminded. Now it's clear. If it is the normal human body cell, if I'm asking normal body cell, you have to write the answer as 46. And if I'm asking it as the number of chromosome present in the gametes, you have to say it has to be 23. Okay? Okay. So, during the time of gamete formation, there may be or may not, there may or may not be a mixing up of parental characters. That is why if both the parents are white in color, but the offspring may be formed will be black. All these are due to segregation of parental genes. Clear? What, Arhan, can you just ask the question once again? Recessive means the gene that is suppressed or that is not exhibited. Suppose if I'm taking you itself as an example, Abhijit. Suppose if you are tall, I don't know whether you are tall or small. What, Arihan, in ills is it different means abnormal? I didn't get your point. I didn't get your point, Arihan. Yeah, the number of chromosome. The number of chromosome in the human normal cell is 46. But when it comes to case of human gamete, it is 23. That was your doubt? Okay. Abhijit, recessive means, suppose if you are tall, okay, then the dominant gene in your body will be capital T. Okay, capital T will be the dominant gene for tallness. But your body contains capital T and small t together. That is the second point. genes always comes in pairs as distinct unit. Genes always occur like this in pairs, but only one gene will be expressed. Clear, Abhijit? What is the meaning of recessive? Okay. Okay, both these genes will be present for a particular trait of character when you take in your body, but if a dominant gene is present, then that will only be expressed. Then, this is what I told earlier. He recognized mathematical patterns of inheritance from one generation to next. I'll show you a video, an animated video on this Mendel's work after the class is over. Can we move with the next one? No doubts with these? Can we move, guys? Fast. We have a little bit more portion. I'm reminding you again, tomorrow you have an exam. Okay, third point, I'll repeat once again. Somebody is having doubt with the point. Uh-oh. Look at the third point. There will be a segregation of parental character. Suppose, I don't know who asked the doubt. The name all just rolled up. Okay, I'll just tell. Segregation of parental genes may occur. Suppose, if a particular person, suppose you consider the person A. This A person is the father. Okay, this A person is the father and B is the mother. Imagine everybody. Imagine everybody. Why no reply, guys? Okay. Suppose you think this parent A is white in color. If the skin color is white. And for this mother, the skin color is again white. But when the offspring is formed, the offspring will be C, but the offspring will be black in color. There are certain cases like this. Is it? If both the parents are even white, their skin color is white, but the child born may be black in color. That will be due to the segregation of character. What if black or white? You can take any trait also. Suppose if A is tall and B is also tall, but the offspring form may be dwarf in nature. That is also an example for segregation. Meaning of segregation means mixing. Segregation means a mixing of character. Segregation of parental genes means mixing. Mixing of parental genes occurs during the time of gamete formation. Clear? Can we move with the next one? Come in fast, guys. Okay. Arihan, Ankit, Sneha, Ishika. Okay. So this is the terminology related with the chapter, terminology. Look, this we have discussed on the very first class itself. What does the term genetics means? Genetics is the study of heredity and variation, or the study of genes and chromosome. Guys, please tell me what is the full form of DNA? Anybody? Let me check who tell me is the answer of the first. Full form of DNA. DNA, the genetic material. Good answer. Good. Everybody is replying. Deoxyribonucleic acid. This is a repeated CBSE board question. Write the expanded form of the term DNA. So if this question comes in your exam, will you write? 1 mark question for your exam. Okay. So genetics is, you have to study all these terms. I'll be giving 10 or 12 terms in today's class, and I'm giving you a clue that 3 of them will be asked for tomorrow's exam. So take down these points or read from your NCERT, and you have to do well in tomorrow's exam. Clear? 3 terms. Okay, you can take a screenshot. Guys, I just forgot. Guys, if you can take the screenshot. I'll wait. I'll just give you 3 or 4 seconds. Before when I change the slide, you can take a screenshot and you can make a PDF and put in the group. Can anybody do that for me? I'll wait for that person to take the screenshot. Okay. Any one of you can do. In one class, one can do. In the other class, next student can do. I'll give chance for everybody. Okay. From this slide onwards, you can take. Before I just do any kind of annotations, you can take the screenshot. Okay. So genetics is a study of heredity and variation, or it can be defined as a study of genes and chromosome. What is heredity? Heredity means it is a resemblance between the offsprings and the parents. And that is the difference between heredity and variation. Heredity means the resemblance or the similarities between the offspring and the parent, whereas variation is the difference between the parents and the offspring. Clear with the first 3 points, everybody? Okay. Genetics means it is a study of heredity and variation, whereas heredity refers to the similarities between the characters of offspring and parents, and variation is the difference between the parents and offspring. So that is a question which may come for your exam. Differentiate between heredity and variation. They are two opposite terms. Heredity means similarity between characters. Variation means differences between characters. Clear, everybody? Okay. Next term is inheritance. Inheritance means it is a transmission of character from parents to offspring. We acquire certain character from our parents to offspring. We have certain numerical based problem in this chapter. I will make you do and make you understand this chapter. Okay. Can we move with the 5th term? Okay. This is a term which I suppose come in your last Mendy session. This was the last question. The alternate form of a gene is called allele. Look guys, we have discussed earlier. We have capital T for tallness, right? And we have small t for darkness. And these two exist as a pair. This is called allele. This is called allele. Clear, everybody? The alternate form of a gene is referred to as the allele or allelomorph. Everybody clear? Fast? If anybody wants me to repeat, comment fast. Okay, everybody clear? Okay, I'll repeat once again. Alleles means, suppose I'll take another example. Every time I'm taking tall and dwarf, at least some of you may get confused. Suppose if you take white, skin color as white, that is capital W I'm writing, okay, capital W. And the opposite for this would be anybody. If I take capital W as the dominant trait, what would be the letter for the recessive trait? Yes, small w will be the recessive trait. Small w will be the recessive trait. But in a particular person, even though if he is white or black, both these genes occurs as pairs. Capital W, small w. And this is termed as allele. Alternate form of a gene is called allele. Clear? Everybody clear with this term allele? Okay. Next you have the dominant character. I said this point earlier itself. The character which is expressed. The character which is expressed is referred to as dominant trait. And it is indicated with, I think it's not complete, you can take down. It is indicated with a capital letter. Okay. Wherever you see the capital letter in genetics, it is a dominant trait. Guys, tell me, suppose violet. Suppose I'm making a cross violet indicated by the letter capital V, cross white indicated with the letter small v. Name the dominant trait over here. It is violet or white? Which is the dominant trait? Yes. Why violet? Why violet is the dominant trait? Okay, we have 10 minutes remaining. Because violet is indicated with the help of capital letter. That is why violet is dominant. Clear with this? What is the opposite of dominant? It will be recessive. Recessive will be expressed in small letters. The character which is suppressed is called Arjun. You are late, I suppose. Arjun, can you hear me? Arjun? Okay. Can we move with the next slide, guys? Okay. You were late. Only 10 minutes remaining for the class. Anyway, listen. Can we move with the next one? Abhijit? Okay. Look, recessive character. A recessive character means the character which is suppressed. Oh, I just forgot. Somebody please take the screenshot of this fast. Okay. Okay, I'm continuing. Recessive character, it is a character which is suppressed. It is indicated with a small letter. That is capital T, small t. Here small t is the recessive trait. Clear? Next is an important term. Okay, next we will be discussing about an important term. Homozygous and heterozygous. Homozygous and heterozygous. Okay? Can we move with the terms? Homozygous and heterozygous fast. Okay. Homozygous means it is a condition in which the chromosome pair carries similar alleles of a gene. Okay, if the chromosome carries similar alleles of a gene. Suppose if a parent carries only capital T, or small t, capital Y, small y. That is similar alleles of a gene. That is similar kind of genes are present in a particular chromosome. You will be calling it as a homozygous condition. Anybody doubt with this point? Very important. When you study the Mendel's law, there I'll be telling only homozygous condition, heterozygous condition. When I say homozygous tall, what will you write? Give me the symbol for homozygous tall. Yes, homozygous tall is capital T. Or homozygous dwarf. Homozygous dwarf. Yes, small t. This is yellow, green. We'll be studying in the case of pea plant. Okay, let's leave it. That is homozygous. So what will be automatically heterozygous? You will be knowing the condition in which the chromosome carries dissimilar alleles of a gene. Look, this is a heterozygous condition. One will be dominant and other will be recessive. Clear, everybody? Clear with the terms homozygous, heterozygous? Everybody? Okay. Clear with the term dominant character, recessive character? Okay. Next, we have two other terms. I think only one have come in the slide. Next term is the phenotype. Phenotype. What do you mean by phenotype? Phenotype, it refers to the visible characters of an individual. Suppose I'll be asking, if we are talking about height, I'm asking Sneha, what is the phenotype of Sneha? Then she must tell whether she is tall or dwarf. Okay, we don't know whether in her body the gene may be capital T, small t or capital T. Both these condition indicates that she is tall. Okay? Okay, guys? That is a phenotype, the character which is expressed or what we observe. Suppose if somebody is asking you, what is the phenotype of your eye color? Then you might be telling the physical character of your eye color, whether it is black, brown. You don't know the what genetic constitution, whether it is capital E or capital B, you don't know. Whether it is black, whether it is brown, whether it is gray, whether it is blue, that depends upon persons. That is phenotype. Guys, come in me fast. If I am writing capital Y, small y, that is capital Y denotes for yellow and small y denotes for green. Small y denotes for green and capital Y denotes for yellow. If suppose a flower has this allele, yes, phenotype also contain fatness also. But in this chapter, we'll be discussing about the plant because mental used pea plant. But in your exam, they can ask you anything. Okay, after I teach you the crosses, you can do it by yourself. Okay, guys, listen to the question. If a particular plant have the gene as capital Y, small y, that is capital Y for yellow and Y for green, what would be the color of the flower born on the plant? Whether the flower will be yellow or green. If the born flower is having the phenotype, not phenotype, if it's having the genetic constitution capital, yes, exactly my guys, it is yellow in color. Why? Because a dominant gene is present. If a dominant gene is present, what would be the answer? That dominant gene would be definitely be expressed. Okay, then what is a genotype? We have another term also, but it's not included in the slide. The term is genotype. Take down. Genotype is the genetic constitution of an organism. If I'm asking you, suppose a yellow flower, I'm asking you an yellow flower. Guys, please switch off your video. I found that somebody is switching on the video. Please switch off the video fast. Okay. Suppose a flower is yellow in color and they are asking you what is the genotype of that flower. Either that flower may be capital Y or capital Y, small y. That is the genotype. Understood the differences between phenotype and genotype? Everybody, if you want to make me explain one more time, fast, tell me. Okay, genotype refers to the genetic constitution of an organism. Genotype refers to the genetic constitution of an organism. Clear, Abhijit? Clear, Arihan? Genetic constitution of an organism referred to as genotype, and the physical appearance of an organism referred to as the phenotype. We have 1 minute remaining. Guys, clear with this idea? Abhijit, Arihan, fast. Okay, Arihan, I'll explain once again. Suppose if in the exam, they may be asking you, a flower is yellow in color. A flower is yellow in color and you will be asked to write about its genotype. What would be the genotype of that flower? Then a flower can be yellow if a dominant gene for yellow color of flower is present in that plant. Then the genotype may be capital Y or capital Y, small y. Anyway, the capital Y should be present. Guys, it's time to enter class. Okay. From tomorrow's class, we'll be starting with the Pisam Sataivam Garden P. Hope everything is fine and clear in today's class. We have so much of things to learn in the upcoming class. Anyway, thank you all. Thank you for you spending a valuable time with me. Hope you understood everything that I taught today. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe our wonderful channel and share it with your friends. So guys, I'm ending the recording. Thank you again, once again. Thank you all. Hope you all understood my session.